Hey, hello, how do you do? Shady Doorags here, and welcome to Shady Reacts to the Season 2 premiere of Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Basically, I'm going to be doing just what the title says. I'm going to be reacting to the Season 2 premiere of Miraculous. If you remember where we left off on Season 1, I was feeling a very mixed way. I didn't know how to put it into words back then. However, I do know how to put it into words now. I was very upset that the season 1 left off on a cliffhanger when it had wasted so much time going into the whole Marinette, the Marinette personality and wasting time on side characters. Like, it wasted so much time to get to the end and then had the gall to leave off on a cliffhanger. But I was also excited because that cliffhanger meant that next season we would be getting some answers. So if season 2 doesn't give me some answers, it's going to immediately lose points. Because that's all I've pretty much been waiting for at this point. I hope you guys were able to catch the review of Miraculous Season 1. If you didn't, I will probably put something on screen so you can click there to see my overall view of Season 1. My attitude towards the show right now is that I don't like it right now. I don't think it's a good show, but I do think it has a lot of potential. So, we're going to go into Season 2. Hopefully they will meet it. Hopefully some people have told me they do meet their potential. Some people have said they almost meet their potential. Some people have said they don't meet their potential. So I don't know what to believe at this point. I can only go by what I'm about to see. So what I'm hoping for in this season, mainly, all the things I talked about in the season review, I'm hoping they fix that. In the Season 1 review, excuse me. All the things I talked about in that video, I hope they fix all that stuff. But primarily what I want them to fix is Adrien's character development. Adrien needs some more character development. Not just screen time. He needs development. He needs to flesh out his character, to have problems that he goes through. Not just Marinette. I want Chloe to get some strengths, because Chloe gets a lot of screen time, and you could even argue that she gets development. But she's such a weak character that if you put her by herself, she can't do anything. And I'm hoping to see another Miraculous this season, a new hero. If we don't get Chloe, who I know is going to be that B Miraculous, probably going to be Honeycomb. If we don't get her, I think we should at least get Alia, being the fox one. I know, whatever her name is, was Volpina, but we learned that that was a fake Miraculous. So maybe she's going to be the fox one, but I honestly think Alia should be it. She looks the part, in my opinion. Like, that Volpina's hair was more straight, but I think Alia could still pull it off. But yeah, if we don't get Honeycomb, at least I'm hoping we get Alia as the real Volpina. Okay, so let's go ahead and get everything set up here like we're used to in the reaction videos. Reminder to anyone who's new. Well, if you're new, it's not a reminder. Reminder to people who've been here before. And anyway, if something happens that I like, you will hear this noise. And if something happens that I don't like, you will hear this noise. Okay, so we're going to be starting off at, honestly, I think we're going to be starting off as meh, because I don't know what to expect from this episode. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything special, but we shall see. Let's go ahead. That was a long intro. Whoa! They changed the intro a little bit. Uh-oh! Something different. They didn't need to change that. Whoa, wait, what was that? What was that? No. Go back. I need to see that. That was very important. Oh, they actually show the Kwamis. Oh, Ladybug. Oh, Volpina. Oh, that's definitely Chloe. That is definitely Chloe. The green turtle thing, I don't know who that's going to be. The peacock. I think that's going to be Adrien's mom, because, Gabriel had the peacock pin on him, so I think that's gonna be Adrien's mom. But the turtle's gonna be a guy. I thought the turtle was gonna be Sabrina, because the turtle is a defense. It's probably gonna be a defense Miraculous. So I thought Sabrina, she's known for helping people. Oh, I'm so excited! Look at that! Oh, that could be my freaking background if the freaking credits weren't on the screen. Oh, I just fanned out so hard. They're like, I'm not even a fan of this show, but this is what I wanted. This kind of stuff. Yes, reveal more. Let's go. Let's do this. Also, I just noticed that he's looking at her, and then they switch over to she's looking at him. You know, the whole thing.
Master, are you okay? She's here.
I'm pretty sure that Kwame's voice is different. I hate this episode.
Hello, Ladybug.
I know you never wanted me to bring her here again.
Tiki, you had one job.
I've been here. I've met you before.
Yeah, freaking Tiki. I think it's time you finally meet him. She's met him twice.
You're the healer that cured Tiki when she was sick.
That was your first day of school. That wasn't a chance meeting either.
So, we have a memory. You don't have to tell us this stuff. I guess some people do need to be reminded of what happened. This isn't the least organic way I've seen, so I don't know. It's not that bad. I know me with shows. I remember a lot of things. Sometimes I do forget. I don't remember everything. Sometimes I do forget, but I remember a lot of things. And when a show feels the need to directly remind me in a what's the word I'm looking for? In a non-smooth way, I can't, for lack of a better term, then I get kind of upset.
But who are you?
Is Marinette's voice different? It better not be. Because I really, really liked her old voice.
We Guardians are responsible for protecting and distributing the Miraculous for the good of all humanity.
Yeah, he still has the Fox Miraculous and the Bee Miraculous. And of course he has the turtle. He's wearing the turtle.
I made a mistake. The Guardian's temple was destroyed, all because of me.
Master Fu, you had one job.
2 of the Miraculous were lost that day. The butterfly and the peacock.
It is a butterfly! That's not my fault, though! His name is Hawk Moth! Or maybe that's just the French translation. His name is Hawk Moth. It should be a Moth Miraculous. Now my freaking season 1 review is completely wrong. Because Marinette calls them butterflies. So, like, I originally thought it was a butterfly, but Hawk Moth, his name is Hawk Moth.
Back in the days, I was never given the opportunity to even have a look at it, but I've been taught enough to be able to partially decipher the code.
He said partially decipher, so that means there's going to be some mystery still in this.
These pages contain various spells capable of giving Ladybug and Cat Noir special abilities we haven't known about.
Oh, that's an interesting twist. So the heroes are going to get an upgrade. That's pretty cool. They're taking like Zatch Bell approach to this.
Obviously, this book is invaluable.
Marinette's still making those fantastic facial features. They just switched to Adrien making the same face.
Why did you take the book?
I just wanted to know what you were hiding behind that portrait that was so important. You never told me about those things.
Oh my goodness. Character development in the first episode of season 2 for Adrien. Golly, his mother is staring hard at me. Hey guys, you know he has a mother? It's on all 4 of his screensavers. I thought he only had one screen last time we were in his room. Maybe this isn't his room. Maybe it's his dad's room. Yeah, it probably is his dad's room because, you know, you would keep a picture of your wife and your son on your monitors.
How can I possibly trust you again, Adrien?
Nope, I was wrong. It's Adrien's room. Just when I thought they were giving Gabriel some subtle character development.
I hardly know anything about you, Father.
You won't be returning to school. You'll be homeschooled again with Natalie.
Snap. Remember in my review when I talked about, I said, oh, he only has first world problems, like he's not allowed to go to school. And the problem was, it wasn't that those problems sucked. They do suck because they're first world problems, so, you know, we can't relate to them. But because Adrien had no development, we couldn't really relate to how he was feeling about those problems. But now that they've, like, immediately gone to some development with him, with how he's interacting with his dad, like, this is a new a new weight on the situation. Because his dad's not letting him go to school right now because his dad knows he likes to go to school. So he's punishing him. Like, and as viewing it as a punishment, I can sympathize, or I can empathize with Adrien more. It's a great step in that direction.
I've always believed that whoever possessed this spellbook must also have the peacock and the butterfly Miraculous.
Kwamis playing with each other is all I ever wanted in life. I really want Tiki to meet Plag, or they probably are. I'm guessing all the Kwamis know each other. But Tiki and Plag would make such great foils. That's another thing I forgot to say that I wanted. I want this whole secret identity thing between Adrien and Marinette to be done. That needs to stop. It's hindering story and the consistency.
How did you discover this book, Marinette?
I found it lying on a bench in a park close to the school.
Remember, she hates lies, especially when they're about her. I'm actually starting to get upset about that because that was a subtle thing about Marinette. They didn't really push it forward, but she oftentimes said she didn't like liars. And a lot of times she was using that as a kind of hiding mechanism when she was dealing with a girl she didn't like. She said it with Chloe, and it was like, well, it was really because she didn't like Chloe. And she said it with that girl whose name I can't remember, Volpina. She said it with Volpina, and it was really because Volpina was flirting with Adrien. So I don't know if I kind of jumped the gun when I said that she hates liars. I always thought she did, and I thought that was a good characteristic of hers, that she hated liars. But I felt it was very hypocritical because she's always lying. So I don't know. Maybe I jumped the gun there.
You didn't see who it belonged to then?
No, I didn't.
They have started a trope I hate immensely. And if you've seen my past videos, you know this. I hate when a character lies like this, and it causes more problems. Just tell him the truth. I know you don't want Adrien to be Hawkmoth, but what does keeping the truth from this guy solve? If Adrien is Hawkmoth, telling him doesn't change that. Not telling him doesn't change that either. You know Adrien's not Hawk. Well, you're hoping Adrien's not Hawkmoth, which is why you don't want to tell him. But come on, Marinette. Don't. Come on. I was really loving this episode. Don't start it. Don't go into this.
Why did you lie to Master Fu?
That's what I want to know.
I couldn't tell him that Adrien was the one who had the book. Adrien can't be Hawkmoth.
That doesn't answer the question at all. Adrien can't be Hawkmoth. Okay, so if Adrien can't be Hawkmoth, why did you lie to him? I know what she was saying. She was kind of saying to herself, no, it can't be Adrien. I don't want it to be Adrien. But still, this is so annoying.
What if he is? That would mean that I'm crazy in love with a supervillain.
Excuse me. That was an awesome picture of Adrien Hawkmoth. Also, I love that. I love that they don't just switch the background to a different style anymore. They're using an object to display that. And it's an object that Adrien happens to be on. Because, you know, he's on that model. He's a model. He's on that pillar.
I need to get to the bottom of this.
Was she talking to me?
Do you know where to find Adrien? I know that boy's schedule by heart.
Yeah, she does. That's good continuity there.
Oh, no. This is a terrible tragedy.
She put such a big smile on my face. I know. You all hate her, but I love this character so much.
Adrien's never coming back to school, ever! Oh!
His dad grounded him.
For life.
Literally. That's the first time I've ever heard somebody say that literally.
So it wasn't Adrien's book. It was his father's.
Who would have thunk it? Could it be that Gabriel is Hawkmoth?
I knew it. Adrien doesn't have an evil bone in his body. Except, according to Nino, Adrien did take the book without his father's permission. Well, he must have had a good reason to do it.
That's some heavy bias there, Marinette. Golly. He doesn't have an evil bone in his body, and from taking the book, he must have had a good reason to do it. Jeez, girl. And to think when she first met him, she thought he was a huge jerk.
An eccentric artist who never leaves his home. Mysterious, very intelligent, but cold, even with his own son. This is a very strong lead, Tiki.
Okay, see, now that they've pointed it out, I'm thinking they're not going to make him Hawkmoth, even though they've heavily hinted at it so far. But I think, like, they were like, okay, we made it kind of obvious. Can we, like, change this? I did that before when I was writing a story. I was going to reveal that somebody was somebody else's father. I gave so many hints, and I was like, wait a second. That's the first thing that came to my mind, which means my audience is going to predict it. No, I need to go with the second thing, and I switched it up. Ah, that's cheating, though. You shouldn't do that. It's different. The tone is different. Is that going to be like this the whole show? It's different. Excuse me. No. Did you see that? Did you see what just happened there? She threw her freaking yo-yo up into the air. Okay, now normally she throws her yo-yo off screen so you can't see what it latches onto. However, when she pulled herself up, the yo-yo was still up in the air and there was nothing it could have been latched onto. You guys are cheating with that freaking yo-yo. It has to latch onto something.
Has the cat got your tongue? Leave a message.
How can he have a message? How do they have cell phone service? Like, I know these things are magical, but this is why you can't just say magic, because it doesn't make any sense. You need some kind of rules to establish this.
Cat Noir, I think I know who Hawkmoth is.
Her voice sounds really squeaky to me. I don't know if it's like my headphones or what, but it sounds really different. Well, that's not creepy at all.
What will you do without the book?
You know where this goes.
I find that way too ironic. This man loves his son, and the fact that he would just throw his picture like that. Oh, okay. Alright, but I didn't know. It looks like Natalie is in on it. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Oh, look on the bright side. Your father could have found out about me. It's a good thing we Kwamis can never be filmed or photographed.
Okay, that was just thrown in there. Kwamis can't be filmed or photographed. I mean, I'm willing to accept that, but goodness gracious, that was Deus Ex Machina, something serious. That was so weird. The fact that he threw that on the floor, broke it, and then stood up like professional. That was weird.
Shouldn't Adrien be practicing his piano right now?
You know what would be interesting? If Hawkmoth took control of Gabriel.
I feel the wrath of a father betrayed by his son.
Oh my goodness gracious! Did I call that or did I call that? But yeah, I'm fully convinced that they originally wanted Gabriel to be Hawkmoth, but they've switched that. Like, it was too predictable and they decided to switch that because they threw out way too many clues that he was. Unless they were intentionally trying to trick us, but I'm sorry, those clues weren't clever enough to that they seemed like they were trying to trick us. It seems like that's what they meant to happen.
Why is the Akuma still here?
I must become someone else.
Okay, so I was right for a... Okay, they got me. They got me so hard. In 20 seconds, they made me completely doubt myself. In 20 seconds. And I was like, oh, they just changed it. Oh, it's not Gabriel. They just completely changed it. Hawkmoth's going to take over Gabriel. Oh, he is going to take over Gabriel. He's just going to do a Vlad Plasmius and make him think it's not... Oh, wow. Oh, this is... I applaud that. They got me. They got me. So Hawkmoth is Gabriel, just like we said. And, yeah, he is still going to take over Gabriel.
I don't understand, Master.
Nuru, I renounce you.
What?
Temporarily.
I'm so freaking invested in this.
Come to me, my little Akuma, and evilize me. I am now the Collector. My book of inspiration has been taken from me, so I shall build a new one.
I am loving this. Hawkmoth has stepped up his game. He is competent. Oh, this just occurred to me, though. He could have given himself any power. He knows he knows he wants the Miraculous. He could have given himself literally any power. He just said he lost his book of inspiration for collecting. He's upset because he can't collect. So now, okay, so points to Hawkmoth for this really, really good plan. This is going to throw them off. I don't know how he knows they're on to him. That was random, but that's good. However, he could have given himself any power. So let's see what happens. Also, that window is much bigger than it used to be.
My father's angry because of me. He won't forgive me until I find that book.
May I remind you that you are actually grounded?
Why would Plague care if Adrien is grounded? I guess he just doesn't want Adrien to go back to school.
Plague?
Claws out!
Get your whiskers over here fast.
Wow, I guess the spellbook will have to wait a bit longer.
See, he did it! He just jumped and then used his pole to jump again. Like, I had to go back and rewatch a lot of the episodes to do the Miraculous review, and I do notice that Adrien does use his pole to jump a lot more times than I gave him credit for. But just then, he didn't do it. He jumped normally and then used his pole to jump. Like, I don't understand that. If he can jump that distance, why would he constantly be using the pole? I mean, that might be something I might do just to look cool. Like, I've done that when I'm playing video games. You know, I complicate things just to look cool. That's in Adrien's character, but they're not going in, or that's in Cat Noir's character, but they're not going into that.
Natalie, you will be the first of my many inspirations to come.
Mr. Agrest?
You will call me the Collector.
Oh, he is having fun with that. The Collector. He was born to be a miraculous hero. Yo, who got to draw those? That must have been fun.
Adrien, I have a great collection I want to show you.
Ooh, this feels somewhat out of character. Because I've always felt Agrest cared about his son. Would he put his son in danger like this? Like, the whole thing, it was a headcanon. Because Gabriel said he didn't want Adrien out in the dangerous world. And my headcanon was, he said that because he knew he was going to make the world dangerous. And he wanted to keep Adrien away from that danger. And they kind of sort of go into that in Simon Says. They could have did it a lot better, but they didn't. So the fact that he would akumatize himself, you would think he would know that he put Adrien in danger by doing that. And even if he did akumatize himself, other akumatized people still keep somewhat of themselves. Would he go after Adrien? I'm not sure, because Alia, when she was akumatized, she went after Ladybug. And we know that she's a huge fan of Ladybug, so, you know, it's a bit uncertain how the Akuma will affect the person affected. Is that a famous celebrity making an appearance? Again?
Cheese!
That is a horrible thing to do. Oh my goodness. To take real landmarks and turn them into drawings? Somebody could just draw them. I'm sorry, that's the 10% part of me that's an artist coming out that's just like, man, That's devastating.
And I can't wait to know more, my lady detective. So, who's the suspect?
Gabriel Agreste. You know, the fashion designer.
That was a good reaction on Adrien's part. That was a very good reaction on Adrien's part.
You got proof?
I can't tell you.
So, I'm supposed to just accept that?
And he's angry now. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Check out his brand's logo.
A butterfly?
Some of those weren't butterflies. Those you could just find butterflies in those designs.
You okay, Cat Noir?
It's time to get to the bottom of this.
Cat Noir handled that very well. Very well. First of all, I gotta applaud the animators, the voice actors, like everybody who made that scene right there. That was handled very well. He was his usual Cat Noir self. She told him who it was. He was surprised. He was angry, but he didn't let that anger cloud his judgment. He asked for proof, and then when she gave him some slight proof, he said, well, she said she didn't have any. He said, I'm supposed to just believe you? She gave him some slight proof, and he said, let's get to the bottom of it. That was good. That's good. That's a good character. I should say that's a likable character rather than a good character. But that scene was also good.
Whoa! What happened here? Looks like somebody had a little tantrum. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right, we can check so many things. He's getting so much character development, and I love it. I love it. Mwah. It's so good.
You won't be able to escape.
This is an interesting fight. They have to dodge the book and him at the same time. And this is an interesting setting to have it in too. Remember what I said in the last reaction about the... Oh wait, no. I don't think I said that. I think I took that part out. Yeah, in the last video... I don't know if I took it out or not, but in case I did, I said one of the things that makes a fight interesting is the scenery. I might have left that in. I don't remember. Wow. They didn't cut that whole time. Like they did that thing that Shyamalan likes to do where they do a tracking shot. They didn't cut. That's very interesting. Wait, I thought his pole and her yo-yo, if activated, were immune to other stuff. Well, I guess Ladybug's yo-yo was affected by Simon Says, so maybe not. Oh, but that's frightening. That's like the moment in Ragnarok with the hammer. He waved and the chair went. So does that mean he only has a certain amount of pages?
Ikuma's gotta be in that book!
Yeah, but if we touch it, we'll disappear.
Lucky Charm!
Crap. I was on the edge of my seat. Oh, I completely forgot about the Lucky Charm. Oh, okay.
I have no idea what to do with this.
She couldn't figure it out? I don't know how I feel about that. Because I said in the review, if Ladybug can't figure out how to use the item, then it's not the ideal item. It's not the ideal item for the situation. The only time this happened that I can remember was with Animan, and she still figured it out. It was just later. So let's see. Snap. Wait, what? I thought it came back to him once it hit something. He can just bring it back to him. Also, I've just paused it and Ladybug is making the greatest pose right now.
Gabriel Agreste can't possibly be Hawkmoth since he's been akumatized.
It's a good plan. Good job, Hawkmoth. I would have came to the same conclusion.
We're gonna complete his collection!
Very smart, milady. Quite ingenious.
Excuse me, but what was that game? What does that say? Mecha Strike? Oh, is that the game they played in the first one? Mecha Strike 2? Game Console 7? That's funny. Game Console 7.
Cataclysm!
No, it's different. I don't like different. Okay, so I think this is actually a pretty cool use of the Lucky Charm. And it's because they showed the foosball table earlier in the episode. Like I said in the review, if they show the item earlier and then Ladybug has to figure out how to use it, then it makes more sense. Now, they didn't have the bicycle pedals earlier in the episode, but the fact that she connected it to the foosball table, I like that. It doesn't seem as lucky. It seems like she's actually being ingenuitive with things that have been in the episode.
Pound?
Are you okay, sir?
Oh man, you sound a lot like my son. Huh. And you look a lot like him too. But no, there's no way you're him.
Adrien, where is my son?
He must be hiding.
Cat Noir's right. Otherwise, your son would have reappeared right here.
Okay, so in the season 1 finale with Volpina, when Adrien didn't come back, Marinette freaked out. Ladybug freaked out because she had to make sure he was okay. But in this one, Cat Noir is just like, he must be hiding or something. And she's like, yeah, he's right. It's bad consistency there.
Nothing must happen to him. He's too precious to me.
We're about to transform back. Goodbye, Mr. Aggressive.
The reaction of Adrien when Gabriel said his son's too precious, that face. I talk about Marinette's facial expressions all the time. That all the facial expressions are really, really good in this show. I mainly talk about Marinette because I like her design the most, and because the episode tends to focus on her. But Adrien right then just made a brilliant face when he reacting to his dad saying that he's too precious to him. Kwamis playing with each other is all I ever wanted in life.
Adrien will never be able to come back to school because I can never give him that book back. I'll never, ever see him again!
She's adorable. I can't watch her cry like that. That hurt.
There isn't a single problem that can't be solved, Marinette. These modern inventions really are quite incredible.
Good on him! He used common sense. Yes! That's how you do. That is how you do.
Those illustrations of legendary heroes are super inspiring. Where did you get it?
I found it while I was on a trip overseas with my wife. I've never seen another copy of it.
Well, then you're very lucky to own it.
Okay. Props on Marinette for sneaking in that question, but what did that tell her?
So then, if you already had a copy of the book, why'd you go through all that trouble?
I did what I had to do to keep my secret.
He did all that and still had a Oh, Hawkmoth, you are getting so many villain points in my book. Oh, good on you.
Ladybug, Cat Noir, you almost managed to find out who I am, but now I am more above suspicion than I've ever been. As of today, nothing will prevent me from getting your Miraculous and making my greatest wish come true. All I need to do now is wait for my next prey.
That's the end of the episode. Okay, so that last part, I think that part would have been so much more awesome if they didn't show us beforehand that he was already Hawkmoth. Like, I would have been so confused. I'd have been like, wait, what? How? And then if they had did a kind of a flashback thing or something, like, oh, I sent the Akuma to myself. You know, I think that would have been a better reveal. A lot of times I don't like when they do flashback stuff, when they're like, oh, this is what I actually did to deceive people. You know, a lot of times I don't like when they do that, but I think it would have worked there. And that scene where they show his pendant open with a picture of his wife, you know, I think they should have left the pendant of his wife out, because it's kind of overly hinting that his secret dream has something to do with his missing wife. Which you could figure that out very easily already, but if they were trying to be vague about it, they should have just kept being vague about it instead of being so overt about it. I prefer when things are vague, when I'm allowed to figure things out. But let's talk about the episode as a whole. I'm guessing at the meter is going to be either in the like, love, or insta faith. That was a good episode. Oh goodness, wow! I'm guessing I'm not going to get another good one for at least maybe 3 more episodes, because the way he spoke, he was like, I just have to wait for my next victim, which kind of hints that they're going to be doing their usual, fighting the villain of the week. But it's quite possible. But we got so much of what I wanted from the episode. We got more about the plot, more about Hawkmoth, character development with Hawkmoth, character development with Adrien, and the focus wasn't on Marinette. I mean, Marinette still got some focus, but it at least made sense to her character, you know. Forgoing the fact that the concept that I thought Marinette hated liars, seeing her lie to the master and then having to tell him what happened, her trying to get Adrien out of school. You know what would have been really nice though, if Adrien had somewhat discovered that she helped him get out of school. I think that would have been nice. Like, not discovered that she liked him, but that she helped him get back to school. That would have helped with them develop more. Adrien and Marinette didn't really interact this episode, which is something I wanted to see. But even still, oh, so good. That was good. This is the stuff I want to see. Oh, more of this. I'm very happy with that. I'm very, very happy with that. Hopefully, season 2 continues to go down this road. I'm going to, after this, I'm going to go back to doing the episode rundowns rather than reaction videos. Reaction videos are only for special things like premieres. I'm probably going to do one for the season finale. If you know of a very specific episode that's very important, let me know and I might do a reaction to that. But as far, like, because I try not to look at, I even sometimes try not to look at the title because they tend to tell it. But usually the title is the only thing I will look at before I go into an episode, because the descriptions of the episode tends to tell the episode. But if you know of one that will be really good for reacting, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about that. But I'm so happy with that, and can't wait to see what the rest of the season holds. And I will see you guys later in the episode rundowns. Hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, leave your comments about about the video or about Miraculous or whatever it is you want to leave your comments about. And I will see you guys later. This has been Shady Doorags. So long, farewell, have you to say goodbye.